Welcome back to another Mob Psycho 2 review. Today is episode 9. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
And together we're Couch Talk. As always, we're anime viewers only. No source material. And we're going to discuss the episode and give our scores at the end. You ready to psych our way into this?
Yeah. Yes. I'm going to ignore that and just say, I am ready.
Are you psyched?
I am psyched.
This show is definitely taking like a turn and getting like more serious as we go along.
Right. We are kind of Claw Part 2, I'll say.
Yeah. Well, we're literally with Claw again, so yeah, Claw Part 2.
Well, like
we're going to end this season kind of similar to how we ended the first season.
Exactly.
But huge character dumps this episode. A lot of them get wiped out right after that we get introduced to them too. So it's like I was like taking so many names down. I was like, oh, we're done with them. Why did I take their names? But so yeah, right off the bat, Dimple even brings up the bodies could be dummies.
Thank goodness.
Yeah,
we learned that they actually are. So
yeah, we do learn that they are, but at first they weren't sure. They were just trying to make Mob kind of feel better too, to bring him down. He does go into 100% obsession.
Right, because even though he kind of got calmed down, he was still, very furious, very angry, very wanting to mess someone up.
If they are dummies, his parents were kidnapped, and if they weren't, his parents were dead. So
and the fact that someone wanted him to think they were dead. Like, someone intentionally wanted him to feel that way.
Yeah, and while he was like, you know what? He picked up some sensing ability that we hadn't seen for a while, where he was just like, oh, Esper radar on.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I know where they all are now.
But at the same time that was going on, all the other kind of psychics were being attacked. See Taruki getting attacked.
Yeah, it's Claw's kind of making a takeover attack on the assault, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, that is one way of doing it, I guess. But it didn't take long for Mob to get to the location of the people that were supposed to do all of it, but it had already happened before they got there. And they were the Claw members.
He did not mess around. He's like, he was pretty much
semi messed around, right? Like he let them hit him first, just to...
yeah. But he's like, I want to know who did the dummy trick or whatever, because I just want to say Bob is so strong. Like, it's not even fair.
No, it's not for these guys.
These guys, they like that guy's like, oh, I buffed myself up, and then he gets dropped. It's like, all right.
Yeah, he's like, oh, my super armor or whatever, and then I'll just dex him. He's like, the other guy comes back. He's like, I've warned my friends, and Mom's like, okay, I'll just wait so I can get the information from them. But well, before that happens, we have the former Claw members that we beat in the first season, but this time they're independent, not Claw members.
Right.
And they came to pick up Mob.
They're kind of on the run.
Yeah. Because they're all getting chased down by Claw.
Rebel Claw members.
We got to tie up the loose ends. It's basically what Claw's trying to do.
I would say every evil organization's got to keep these loose ends cut.
Yeah, but they're all gathering under the leadership of Reagan.
Of course. Why not?
Because of what happened on the media, they think it was all his mastermind and stuff.
Right.
Which I guess it could come across that way if you're watching it from the outside.
They are under the impression he is strong, because even season 1... because, Mob's powers got transferred, so he was there kicking ass and stuff. So
that is true.
They think he's, like, actually incredibly powerful. And he's just like, I got more jobs to go do.
I mean, he wasn't even there when his place got burned. Right? He was trying to get it renovated. And he's like, well, it definitely needs renovation now. But yeah, he even kind of goes with Dimple's story to try to keep Mob down.
Yeah, he definitely...
He has no idea whatsoever, period, because he's not there. He has to go off of whatever Dimple was saying.
Yeah.
And Dimple was even like, I'm not really sure, but I felt like something was there.
And it was also for Mob's best interests. Even Reagan thought so. Like, I mean, they're not going to be like, yeah, your parents are dead, because that's just going to... He wouldn't handle that, like no one would, but he wouldn't handle that emotionally. Because, I mean, pretty much when Reagan reassured him, someone he trusts a lot, he pretty much calmed down immediately. So I guess it kind of also speaks to their relationship. He's like, oh, yeah. Reagan wouldn't lie to me. Or like, something about this, he wouldn't lie to me.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, he was able to calm down real quick and just passed out. But all of them are essentially gathered to protect themselves, but at the same time to possibly stop Claw, I guess. Yeah. It's like they're kind of in this. We have a lot of factions that build out throughout this episode.
Right, it's a lot of moving groups, a lot of team players, or a lot of teams coming to play.
Yeah, exactly. But then we get, Claw taking over the TVs, making their announcement to the world, where we get to see Suzuki, the leader, the actual Claw president leader.
Yes.
Where he's basically establishing, hey, we're going to conquer the world. Starting with this country. What every evil leader wants to do, right?
Yeah, easy, simple, straightforward. I'm glad all villains are always...
But of course, the chat rooms and all the TV are like, all right, whatever, just another gag, and it's like,
I will say,
nothing. They haven't done anything to prove anything. They're just.
I will say, TV. I love their references. I don't know if you saw it, but one of the chat rooms, one of the messages says, "I bet I could beat him in one punch." So I was like, okay, you guys are funny. I like little references like that. So
yeah, exactly. But then we get to see, I think his name is Shu, the son, who is embarrassed by what's happening. But this is one of the other factions we're seeing, is he has Ritsu with him, because we know he was interested in Ritsu from the first season.
Right.
But it seems like he's not wanting to go with his father's plan.
Yeah, he's definitely... He kind of has like his own individual desires, I guess. It's nothing to the extent of taking over the world.
Yeah, and it definitely seemed like he was anti-Claw.
Right. It seems like he just wanted to like have a fight with Mob. Pretty much.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Which obviously he was the one that planted the dummy, so not the...
Yeah, we do learn that he sent their parents on a vacation.
Right, he did. At least he was nice about it, but I guess his intention was, I want Mob, have a reason to come fight me, which he didn't really do it the best of ways. He kind of went the most extreme way.
Which is kind of the best way.
Which, I mean, if he would have
been set up for Mob to come straight to him, it would have been the best way.
Yeah, that is true. But, I mean...
But it didn't get set up like that.
Yeah, it kind of... Everything just started happening at once.
Yeah, and it's because he did that. But Claw was going to go do it as well, so it's like...
Right, I think he kind of saved them. At least they would be in not as good hands if Claw got to them first.
Well, if Claw got to them, they'd probably be real dead.
Right, I'll say they'd either be dead or in a prison, not a spa. So
That's true. Not at the hot springs.
Right,
That's
right.
for sure.
Not having a little mini vacation.
And then, and Claw itself, we have like a mutiny going on
Right, we have
with
like
Joseph and Udo, which
Rebel Claw.
yeah, like Joseph is. I'm writing down all these guys like Udo. Joseph's the only one that matters. The only one that walks out at the end, but because they're like, all right, we can stop these like member leader groups and Claw like ease, which they do.
Yeah, they
But they weren't the real leaders.
yeah, they defeat the division leaders. But then there's even a higher group, a higher group of leaders.
The ultimate.
The Ultimate Five.
Yeah. But Joseph was sent by the government. So that's another faction we haven't played. The government has their own espers and probably an esper division.
Yeah.
So that's another group we have to consider, I think, going forward.
Yeah, it's quite because we have
like 4 groups.
We always say
Claw,
Claw itself,
the government,
the government.
the son of Claw.
Yeah, he's just kind of it's like a group of friends just.
And then we got Reagan and the others. Like,
yeah, so it's all kind of moving at the same time.
yeah, they all have their own agendas here. In a way, some of them kind of align.
Yeah.
And then some align partly, but not fully. Claw aligns with no one. But the other 3 have like overlapping things, right?
Yeah. I think that them like they're like, all right, Claw, chill out. we need to stop you. But I mean, dude, the Ultimate Five,
they're real.
From what they seem like they're gonna be very tough, especially when we see I don't even remember his name, the guy who's blind.
Shimazaki.
Yeah, he looks quite serious and not to be messed with. I'll
say. And I mean, when Suzuki said like the Ultimate Five is actually all he needs.
Yeah,
like, he doesn't need actually anyone else. It's just better to have like the large group, but he doesn't actually need anyone else because the guy with the umbrella beats Joseph. But the umbrella guy, we also saw earlier in the episode, Dimple even pointed out the umbrella in the crowd. Which was, at that time, I was like, that's kind of weird. Why are we just pointing out an umbrella? And then it comes back to this, and it's like, oh, okay, we're pointing out this guy.
Neat.
One of the Ultimates, okay, Dimple kind of sensed him, but it was just like, ooh, an umbrella. I was like, okay, let's just have that line in there. But now it's like, oh, it kind of connects. But yeah, Shimazaki went after the Prime Minister, which Teru tried to stop him. Doesn't. Gets his ass whooped.
Yeah. This
guy
guy
like,
is
triple barrier, and he just teleports inside his barrier. It's like, oh, you messed up, man.
Gives me a creepy vibe. Every time he opens his eyes, I'm like, that is terrifying. It's just like black pits of nothing for eyes.
That's why he's blind. He doesn't have real eyeballs.
Yeah, so this seems like it'll be a tougher challenge, at least ESP fighter level wise, I guess.
We have all these espers going at it. The public now has to be like, okay, espers. The doubters are going to have to be like, oh, okay, espers are real. They're destroying our country. A lot of shit's going to be going down here. I think public's going to have to start getting scared or whatever, and then
it's good luck to Mob.
Mob's going to have to do. This is where I think Mob's going to end up being revealed to his religious group. And then we have that's our fifth faction, right? So we have Psycho Helmet that's somehow going to have to get involved through all this.
Yeah, I think Mob and the boss's son are going to end up teaming after they kind of sort through their personal issue. Because I don't know how Mob's going to... if all of them are on the level of this guy, I don't know if Mob can just easily take that. Because he's not really a fighter unless he's forced to be a fighter.
Yeah. And this isn't going to be like... These are 5 guys. If they're together or whatever...
Right.
I don't think Mob could win.
And they're serious. Like, the boss guy looks like he'd just, end someone in a snap if he wanted to. So, like, they're not gonna mess around. I don't know. I'm kind of worried for Mob. I hope
I'm
he's
also
okay.
curious of like where the loyalty lies with Suzuki. How was he able to like pull these people in? It's, obviously, he had to do something because I don't see. We haven't really seen him if he has power himself exactly.
All right.
His
Yeah.
son does. So I'm guessing he does. But
I'm assuming he's probably the strongest. Would be my guess. He
well,
definitely
yeah,
gives off the vibe that he's, powerful.
yeah, I would say so. But that does it. Yeah, so
Yeah. Um.
jumping to scores.
Yeah. Let's do it. I'll say. I'll say like an 8, 8.5. I thought it was pretty good. We're jumping onto like that seriousness again. Claw Part 2. Um, they obviously his parents weren't dead, thankfully, and it was a
We ain't that dark of a show.
right. It wasn't a. I mean, it was kind of a fake out death, but it was from a character's motivations, which I'm fine with. Obviously, he wanted Mob, to get that angry to come fight him, but yeah, kind of everything just kind of happened at once. Like, here we go.
It did.
It was a lot of stuff going on. Like, like, oh, the government, oh, Claw's taking over. We also have, Reagan and his gang, or ex Claw. But it seems that this is our, climax. Well, we kind of had multiple throughout the season, but this is kind of the. I don't know. This seems to be like a very serious threat. I'll say that. Like, the boss of Claw, he just gives off vibes that he is not going to toy around.
Doesn't feel that way. Yeah, I'll give it an 8.5. I do like Mom's kind of like, all right, they're trying to prove they can go different directions with this show, and I kind of like this serious direction we went. But at the same time, it still holds like the core of Mob Psycho in it. Especially like we have all this serious shit going on. They're on TV making their announcement they're going to control the world, and then it cuts to Reagan and the group, and it's like the TV is just off, so they don't even know what's actually happening.
Right.
they're trying to figure out what's going on, but they don't have TV to actually know what's going on. It's like so it still gets that little slight humor in there mixed in with all the okay, there's some real stuff going on. We have all these factions coming to play. That's definitely making the show a lot more interesting because we do have these different groups. It's like where they all collide. So it'll be exciting to see, especially with what's going on with the son of Claw Boss. So, but yeah,
That's
definitely
it.
it's got me hooked.
Just got you hyped for next week. All right, it's spiel time.
Oh, I thought you just gave it to us, man.
Oh, no, that's your job.
As always, you want to win a hot spring vacation? You just have to fake your death. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe notification bell to be notified every time we upload. Comment down below. Let us know what you thought about the episode. We didn't like anything like that. No spoilers, as we are anime viewers only, and plenty others are. And until next time, peace out.
See ya.